Commissioner Powell. Commissioner Smith Charles is absent with notice. Commissioner Erickson Galt. Here. Commissioner Spiz.
Present.
Commissioner Taylor.
Here.
Commissioner Long.
Here.
Commissioner Marco.
Here.
You have quorum.
All right, let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, if you're able. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next, we have approval of the previous minutes, moved by Commissioner Long, supported by Commissioner Taylor. All in favor of approving the previous minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. Next, we have approval of today's agenda, moved by Commissioner Erickson Galt, supported by Commissioner Spiz. All in favor of approving today's agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Agenda is approved. Next up, we have public comment. That's for anything on today's agenda. And anyone who wishes to address us, you have 3 minutes, and please come to the end of the table. And I don't see anyone wishing to address us at this time, so I will close our first public comment. I will move on to communications. We have 2 items under communications. I will move by Commissioner Powell to receive and file, supported by Commissioner Spiz. Any comments or questions on the communications?
I like the pink.
Let's prompt the vote, please.
I like the pink shirt. It's cute.
I thought it was a Board of Commissioner one.
I did
like
too.
it.
Wait a minute. That's why I was like, wait a minute, pink. I was like, oh, we got a new color. You know, I like the color.
Commissioner Long.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hit save. I was worried about the pink.
That's sidetracked.
Close.
Sorry, I had my,
Throwing everybody a curveball today.
Communications have been received and filed. So next up, under item 8, department recommendations. First item is item 8A, validation of funding with the U.S. Geological Survey for acquisition of light detection and ranging LiDAR data. And it's the IT department. We need a motion, moved by Commissioner Taylor, supported by Commissioner Spiz. All right, welcome.
It's good to see you all again. So Rod from IT.
Kim from IT.
Yeah, Kim from IT.
Okay, so we're here today with the request for the LiDAR project. So just real quickly for anyone who's not familiar, in Oakland County, the LiDAR is high resolution elevation data that helps enhance the accuracy and the use of our GIS systems, which is our geographical information systems. In Oakland County, this data is used to generate highly accurate topography contours, which are critical for examples such as site planning, infrastructure mapping, floodplain mapping, things of that sort. The county's most recent LiDAR data set was collected in 2017. We were already planning for a refresh at 10 years in 2027 when the state of Michigan's Department of Technology, Management and Budget brought forward this opportunity with the United States Geological Survey Group and Southeast Michigan Council of Governments to come together to do a shared cost model to get the highest quality level of data available when they do one of these flights to collect all of the data and share that cost across all of the groups. So in that shared cost model, Oakland County will have a total cost that does not exceed $98,000. By participating in the shared cost model, it would be a 60% savings for us in comparison to if we were to go it alone and try to do this in a future year. So we are asking today, since we have already forecasted as part of our 2026 fiscal year budget this cost, that the board enter the intergovernmental agreement attached and sign the validation of funding document, which just confirms that if the project was to move forward with everybody's consent, including the federal money, that we have held the money and have it in budget so that we can pay our fair share if the project happens.
Excellent. Does anybody have any questions for our IT people?
I haven't know what it is.
I like hearing 60% cost savings. SEMCOG.
Yeah.
All right, well, if nobody's got any comments or questions, let's go ahead and prompt the vote.
You have 6 yeas, 0 nays.
Okay, motion carries.
Thank you very much.
You have one more item here, the extension of the Motorola Call Work
Oh,
Support
yes.
contract. Moved by Commissioner Long, supported by Commissioner Taylor. All right. Good morning.
Good morning, I'm Meredith Morgan, the County 911 Coordinator. We are seeking an extension of the Motorola Solutions contract for our emergency call works call handling equipment here in the county. As you're aware, all of the PSAPs in the county use the same call handling equipment to process 911 calls. And recently, we went through the RFP process and did award the RFP and are working through contract negotiations and all of that right now, and it takes a while to implement a new system. So the current contract is set to expire at the end of January, which will not give us enough coverage for service on the system if we need it. So we are asking that you allow us to extend the contract by 1 year for up to 3 years if something were to go wrong with transitioning to the new system, but our plan is to be off of the contract by the 1 year extension.
Anybody have any questions?
So
Commissioner
for
Powell?
clarity, you just asking for a year extension?
It's a year with an additional 2 optional years at the same cost. But we are only we're signing for 1 year, but they have quoted us and given us a price that the price would stay the same if we needed to extend it for some reason. We don't anticipate that happening.
Okay, but even if we just have, you all still have to come before us to get it approved for the, okay.
Correct, yes.
Okay, great, thank you.
Anybody else? Commissioner Spiz.
Chair, just a quick question or clarification.
Yes, sir.
Just looking through some of the summary, it's gonna be an additional cost of $432K per year.
Per year, yes, but that's a shared cost.
It's a shared cost, but then it totals up at 5.7. That's the
That's right.
total contract that is already including past years, correct? The 432
Yes.
times 3 doesn't add up to 5.7.
Yeah,
Yes, that's the total. Yes.
Just wanna clarify that.
that's a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, enforcement.
Thank you, Commissioner. Anybody else?
Yeah.
If not, let's prompt the vote.
Sure.
Expensive.
You have 6 yeas, 0 nays.
Okay, motion carries. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lead IT Department. Next up, we have the grant acceptance with the Michigan Veterans Affairs Agency for the FY 2026 County Veterans Service Fund.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning. I'll move by Commissioner Long, supported by Commissioner Powell.
All right,
The floor is yours.
thank you. Well, I am joined by my esteemed colleague, who needs no introduction, Tyrone Jordan. The person that has put Oakland County Veteran Services resource
map.
fairs and events on the map. On the map,
Mhm,
exactly,
sure
I
did.
agree.
Woo-hoo. My buddy.
So before you is a motion to accept grant funding from the Michigan Veterans Affairs Agency for fiscal year 2026. This, as you may recall, is the 7th year that the county has received funding from the agency. I do want to point out something that needs to be corrected in the introduction and background, which speaks to the breakdown of the funding. So in the document, you will see $149,900 as the grant amount, with a plan to distribute that $149,000 towards the Veterans Resource Fairs and $900 towards promotional items. The entire sum will be oriented towards the Veterans Resource Fairs. So that $900 portion will also be subsumed by the veterans food cards, which are distributed at those events. Those are Meyer food cards, so 1,499 food cards will be distributed at the events. And the rest of the money needed to deliver food boxes to veterans as part of these events will be gathered through a campaign that the county has already launched called Be a Hero, Support a Hero. And those conversations are already ongoing with foundations around the community There's been a lot of really good support for that mission and for supporting our veterans, just as you all have with your request for or granting of our request for additional staffing and support. So I just wanted to point that out. With that, I will take any questions that you may have.
Anybody have any questions? I just have a question about the communication piece of it, because, you know, we've heard about this maybe in the last couple of weeks. And that was my thought that came to my mind, is how do people find out about hooking into that and how they can be part of that? Because I know you said you're working with some foundations and stuff, but there's, you know, 1.2 million people in Oakland County, a lot of whom I think would like to drop a $20 bill in a, you know, way to support the veterans, so.
We will start on the 13th a streaming process as far as communications on radio and also live streaming. And we're using 3 different organizations, Odyssey, which has 5 different radio stations, in addition to iHeartMedia and also WWJ. And that will start on the 13th. And that campaign will go up until Veterans Day.
Excellent.
And the money raised from that particular campaign will pay gleaners for the food boxes and things of that nature.
Excellent. All right, if nobody's got any other questions, let's prompt the vote.
You have 6 yeas, 0 nays.
All right, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, great work. All right, Commissioner Powell.
I just had a question for you, Chair, not your stuff. Items, is there any way we can do D through H together? I mean, you know, like they all sponsorships. I didn't know if anybody had any questions about any of them. And if we don't, we can just move all of them together, cause usually we
usually
don't-
pass them.
Yeah, we pass them, so.
I would second that motion.
Do you wanna make that motion?
Yes,
that we
I'm-
take
See that fill that public there.
D through H?
Yeah, my computer then froze.
D through H
Yeah.
as one vote. Do I have a second? And Commissioner Erickson Gall seconds it. Is there any discussion before we go ahead and vote on that?
Yes, so I do wanna thank the individuals who may be here. For people online right now, we're going over all of the sponsorships that some of you are here to represent your organizations for us and give us answer any questions we have. But what I just did, just to let online folks know, is that I requested that we do all sponsorships, which includes you all's, and our chair, she'll review each item so you'll be able to hear which sponsorships. But I just wanted us to pass it all as one item, so they all get passed. It saves you all time, and then rah-rah is successful and you all got the funds you need for your programs and events.
All right, so the vote is to combine them all into one vote.
Yeah, I guess
Yes.
read them, just the titles, maybe like she said.
Well, after
Okay.
we do that, I'll go through each one and say
Right.
what they are, and then we'll vote,
Okay, good, just so people
That's
know
it, to
that are
vote on all of
watching,
them.
yeah,
okay?
like she said.
Oh, but you don't need a motion to combine them, you can just, you have a motion on the floor by Commissioner Powell,
Right.
seconded by Commissioner Erickson Galt.
Right.
To,
To approve all
Right.
of them.
To approve, we're approving all of them
right,
with this vote.
Yes.
yes,
But you can still speak on it, each one of them.
yeah,
Yep.
I would just
Okay.
go through and name them at
Yeah,
least,
just
you
name 'em
know,
so they
for
know.
people watching or.
All right, the projects that are part of this are the Milford Independent Cinema, the Identify Your Dream Foundation Annual Bow Ties and Dreams event. The first one was sponsored by Commissioner Weipert. And the second one, the Identify Your Dream Foundation Annual Bow Ties and Dreams event, is
Wow.
Commissioner Powell. The next one, the sponsorship of Micah 6 Community Century Preparing Webster for its Next 100 Years event, is sponsored by Commissioner Powell and me. Item G is the sponsorship of, I don't know how to say it,
Here,
Laniapi event. What is it?
how do you say that?
Lanyap event and Big Bright Light Show in downtown Rochester, sponsored by Commissioner Johnson and Commissioner Spiz. And then the last one is sponsorship of the Community Housing Network 2025 inaugural 80s homecoming event. So those are all the items that,
Sponsored by who?
and that's sponsored by Marcia Gershenson.
Okay.
So we do have a wide range of commissioners who are
Yes.
sponsoring these events, which is good, and the whole point is to help our local communities with events that are important to them and put some county presence from the Board of Commissioners into those events.
Yes.
So I'm happy to see a lot of different commissioners bringing projects before us. All right, anybody else have any questions or comments before we go ahead and vote?
No, we're happy we can help.
Just know how to say that word.
Commissioner Piper, fine.
Oh, you better be quiet while it passes.
Wiper, we about to pass it, sir.
Yeah, did you not learn that yet? Just kidding.
I don't want any comment.
If you have any comments, we know that we have all these wonderful people online, but we was trying to save time and just get through our agenda.
Yep, I know. And the Milford Independent Cinema is a great community thing. It's during the pandemic, the cinema closed, and a community nonprofit came together and rescued this thing, and it's now turned into a community and cultural icon that a nonprofit, truly something the county wants to support. So it's turned into a cultural community center, a gathering space for the whole community. So it's really a great event, a great cause.
Awesome. Anybody else?
Okay, now he didn't turn to, okay, so for Identify Your Dream, which is the Leah Sharp, it's a great event. Her target, what she does is a lot of the children, youth, and I think some adults who are affected by gun violence, relatives, all of that, she go and wrap around service and help them. That's what she do. So thank you so much. She's been doing an amazing job in helping the families in Pontiac. And I know she's outside our city sometimes too, but her brother died to gun violence, and that is her give back to the community to help in that space. And then Coleman Yoakum is rejuvenating a big parcel, which is Gwen Markham's elementary school in our city, and bringing back that big parcel of a school into a big community just hub of different organizations and everything that's gonna be there. And we were able to help them with ARPA funds, and now they are having another event, and we just wanna continue supporting them. So I asked Ms. Markham, especially because it was her, Commissioner Markham, because it was her elementary school. I know she's passionate about it, and she's been supporting that project ever since, with my support supporting her. So that's how those two came about. Anybody else, y'all? I just didn't want to waste their time. They look so pretty up on the wall, so thank you all for being here. I think that's what Wiper probably did, Mr. Boyle, so.
Great. Okay, anybody else? All right, let's go ahead and prompt the vote.
And just as commissioners are voting, we'll just remind you again that following full board approval, all of these will go through the process of purchasing and corporation counsel for those that need agreements, others that need invoicing, and staff will work to make sure that the county logo is promoted for each of the events.
Good job.
All right, thank you, Mr. Keys.
Anytime.
All right,
You have 6 yeas, 0 nays.
All right, motion carries, so everything passed.
so follow up with Mr. Keys, you guys, online for next steps.
Well, yeah, after the
Next
board,
step.
after the board
Oh,
meeting.
he's gonna follow up with you all after our
After the
board meeting next
Thursday.
week.
Which is a
Next
week.
Thursday.
Next Thursday.
A
Yeah.
week from tomorrow.
Yeah. I
All
wrote
right,
it down.
have a good one.
Thursday
All right,
night.
thanks all of you.
everyone. Thank you.
Sorry, I had to belabor that. That's looking nice on there, sorry.
No, it's all right, you know, they showed up.
Yes, they did.
All right, next, we have item 9, items that have come from the Public Health and Safety Committee recommendations. Item 9A is an interlocal agreement with Oakland County Health Network for the fiscal year 2026 peer recovery coach for the adult treatment court. Moved by Commissioner Spiz, supported by Commissioner Powell. Let's see. It says Chris Bujak is our presenter. I don't see her here. Do you know anything? Oh, Mike went away.
Who the analyst on this?
It's,
I read it, I don't really
They
have
were in
any,
front of committee yesterday.
yeah, I don't really have any questions. I mean,
it passed out of committee unanimously.
Well, we kind of familiar. Don't they bring this to us all the time, this
Yeah.
treatment court
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah, this is,
I mean, if any-
this is
I don't have a
just
question, I'm good with
an interlocal
it.
agreement that we're gonna continue to do that.
Oh, okay.
I'm good with it.
I'm good with
I'm
it.
good with it if no one's here, I'm good with it.
Who's online?
I thought
I didn't have any-
Kate Guzman is online.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is, okay.
Well, that's two courts, this is the court.
Oh, she's court.
Yeah.
Oh.
This had, I mean.
No, this
am
court.
here, but I don't know about that one. I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's
Sure, I
fine.
mean,
We're out, yeah.
We're gonna vote anyway.
Oh, you know,
I know a little bit, it's just if the bottom line there has, the amount is a not to exceed amount. This was one of the things during budget discussions that came up, that they didn't know if they had this funding, so this is the interlocal agreement to get to that point. So, and it's not to exceed.
Thank you,
Okay.
Commissioner. Okay. If nobody's got any comments or questions, let's prompt the vote on 9A.
you know, I don't think there's a reason to delay it.
You have 6 yeas, 0 nays.
Yeah.
Motion carries. Item 9B is grant acceptance from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services for the FY 2026 Local Health Department Comprehensive Agreement. Moved by Commissioner Erickson Galt, supported by Commissioner Taylor. And this one, Kate, you're here for.
This is a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So you wanna tell us about this one?
They told us about it.
Sure. If you remember, I brought the application to you all in July, and so this is just our acceptance of our local comprehensive agreement. This is our broad state funding for our mandated services, and this year for fiscal year 26 is the amount of $13,599,000. You'll notice it's a little bit of a decrease from last year's amount, which mostly reflects the loss of the COVID-19 infection prevention funding, which was in the amount of $2.5 million. And so this funding, there's a portion of it that is for a subrecipient agreement to OLSA for our WIC services. And as a reminder, it does continue to support 57 special revenue positions. Are there any questions?
Anybody have any questions? I have a question, and I just happened to hear this on the radio coming in this morning, that there is concern that WIC funds are going to be stopped by the federal government. Does that affect this at all, or is this all in the pipeline and we don't need to worry for a year?
I wish I could say that we don't have to worry for a year, but we don't have that reassurance from the state WIC program. We have had reassurance verbally that we have money through October and into November, but I don't have that in writing yet. That's through our state WIC program. And so what we're hearing is that we've got 2 weeks of WIC funding, and they'll continue to update us as more information becomes available to them. And so this, it is in jeopardy.
Okay, well, I'm glad we're aware, but
Is there any way we
we
can
don't want starving babies
proactively?
in Oakland County, so.
So is there any way we can actively project what we probably got around whatever gap of time from last year and just have that as a placeholder for us to move forward, just in case they shortfall?
Oh, how much
Like, is it
what the
our
budget, what was the budget
staff?
amount?
Yeah, what was that budget amount? What does that look like? So we can condition in our minds now. Like, hey, it may be up to 500 grand we need to feel for WIC help. Is that something that she can, if she can find out that data to just at least let commissioners, like we all know it's on our radar, that'd be great.
Yep, and we've been working with fiscal for all that, like pulling all that information together, so we can definitely get that to you specific to WIC.
Okay, thank you.
I have to start printing some money.
All right.
And it's not just WIC.
Right.
It's not just WIC, no, I know,
Yeah,
that's the
so I
one.
just wanted to-
Print some money.
Everything is on our radar.
Okay,
Oh, it is, okay.
Yeah, but I think what you're asking though is
Total
the
amount.
total amount, if
Yes.
there's a gap, what does that mean per week?
Yes,
right.
Yeah,
Right.
but of course,
Which would,
That's
you're
what-
probably asking the same questions, right? Okay, great,
We're
okay.
speaking the same language.
Okay, thank you.
yeah, we,
Appreciate it.
I love it. I hear Brian's voice. I can't really see who's in the room, and so thank you, Brian. I didn't realize. I assumed you
Yeah,
were
'cause
there.
we
But
getting
thank
into
you.
holiday time and,
right,
you know, I mean, everybody not into holiday, but it just can be so depressing. You can't eat.
Yeah, we can't
People
have
go in a
children not
survival
getting
mode.
food in
Some
December in
communities,
Oakland
we
County.
already halfway there, so it get real ugly and we don't want that.
Yeah.
For no community.
I'm glad we're all aware of it. It's on our radar and nobody wants
Just thank God.
starving
we're in a
kids
better position
at Christmas
than
time.
they help.
Or
Say maybe,
ever.
say, but.
Right, okay. Well, if everybody's comfortable with this one, let's go ahead and prompt the vote.
Yes. Alright.
You have 6 yeas, 0 nays.
Okay, motion carries. Item 9C, excuse me, is grant acceptance from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services for the FY 2026 Emerging Threats Program. Moved by Commissioner Spiz, supported by Commissioner Taylor. Okay, Kate, this is you again.
Me again. This is our annual funding this year for emerging threats. I'm sorry. It pays for our regional lab workforce capacity grant, and that is a full-time and a part-time laboratory technician. And this funding also contributes to our PFAS response programs. And this year we are hoping to receive $238,000.
Any questions? Okay. Seeing none, let's prompt the vote.
You have 6 yeas, 0 nays.
Okay, motion carries. Item.
Thank you all. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Kate. Next up, we have item 9D, which is termination of the fiscal year 2024 to 2026 Court Deputy Services Agreement with the 43rd District Court Hazel Park Division. Moved by Commissioner Spiz, supported by Commissioner Powell. Good morning.
Good morning. Morning. Okay, so the City of Hazel Park has asked us to, or has given us 90-day notice according to the agreement to terminate their contract for security services, and that will result in the deletion of 4 PT&E positions.
So I guess my question.
Do we know?
Should I do a thing? Should I do a request to speak?
So, do we know why, or are we comfortable, you know?
Yeah, well, Commissioner Erickson Galt yesterday said she had heard something about rates. I didn't hear that, so I just wanna be clear, I didn't hear that, and I didn't get to hear back from Captain Vita about rates. It was my understanding, what happened was what the judges wanted our deputies to do there was kind of outside of the scope of the contract as far as doing some transports and stuff. We're secure. We assumed more liability, and we kind of came to an impasse on what their role was, and they elected to, I guess, maybe hire their own private security. I didn't know until yesterday that there was any talk of any contract though. Money issues, I should say.
Okay. All right, Commissioner Long.
So, thank you. Are these 4 positions then absorbed somewhere else in the county?
And then some.
The people will be,
The
and
people,
we
yeah,
have
right.
plenty of
Right,
places to
people.
use them, yeah,
I mean, I knew the people.
Yes.
And does that include like if they were, cause that's a totally different position being at a court. So could they possibly go on road patrol or?
No, cause these are part-timers, so they're like the deputies you see here or
That
the desk
retired
they-
and came
yeah,
back?
Yes, that's
Okay.
exactly, and so the only thing is if they live in Hazel Park or they live close to that, then obviously it's more convenient. We have Madison Heights, we have other district courts too, that might be in a
I
similar
forgot, these
area
are
that they can-
mostly retired, coming
Yes,
back
yes.
second round.
all
Okay, all of
part-time.
them. Okay, thank you. I do remember I talked to them all the time.
Anybody else? Commissioner Erickson Galt, you have any comments?
No, they answered my questions at PHS yesterday, so.
Okay. All right, then let's please prompt the vote.
You have 6 yeas, 0 nays.
Okay, motion carries. Next, we have item 9E, grant acceptance from the Department of State Police Automobile Theft Prevention Authority for the FY 2026 Automobile Theft Prevention Authority Grant Award. Motion by Commissioner Long, supported by Commissioner Taylor. Okay.
Okay, so this is our annual grant acceptance from the Auto Theft Prevention Authority. This year, the total is a little over 3 million. It's 1.5 million grant and then 1.5 million for a 50-50 match. For Oakland County, it continues 2 of our sergeants, 5 of our deputy 2s, and 1 PTNE deputy. Pontiac also has 1 deputy in their law enforcement contract with us. And then we have an agreement with Detroit, the city of Detroit, where they have 1 deputy on our team and then we supply 1 deputy for their team. And then we have several partner agencies that are part of this as well. So Hazel Park, Royal Oak, Farmington Hills, Southfield, Waterford, and then, like I mentioned, Detroit are also part of this grant program.
Commissioner Long.
So just if you know this, our statistics are the automobile theft still rising. They were really going with Suburban Ford. I remember people were, taking them out of the lot and stealing cars out of the lot. Is it decreasing any or is it still on the rise?
It is now, but that statistic's a little misleading because we had a huge uptick and kind of anomalies. They weren't necessarily the average run-of-the-mill stolen with keys in kind of stuff. These were organized details that went into lots and took a ton. So when we clamped down on that a little bit, our stats, our auto thefts went down, but it's like the day-to-day, that's people getting their cars stolen, commercial equipment stolen like that, that's still pretty consistent.
Okay, unfortunately. I see on Facebook, people getting equipment stolen and stuff,
Commercial equipment's a big one, and that's another thing people understand about auto theft. It's like, it's boats and motorcycles and all, like really any kind of, it's not just cars necessarily.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Anybody else have any questions? Okay, let's prompt the vote.
Commissioner Marco?
Yes.
You have 6 yeas, 0 nays.
Okay, motion carries.
Thank you for your
Thank you,
support.
everyone.
That's it for you guys. Thanks for coming in today. All right, next we have item 10. The Legislative Affairs and Government Operations Committee recommendations. Item, I know I saw Commissioner Johnson here earlier, but item 10A, fiscal years 2026, 27, and 28, collective bargaining agreement for employees represented by the Michigan Association of Public Employees, MAPE, representing non-supervisory employees of Children's Village. Moved by Commissioner Spiz, supported by Commissioner Powell. Hi.
Hi, good morning. Good to see everyone again. So if I could just ask for like a I guess point of organizational matter. Like yesterday, we discussed all 3 of these together. Would you like me to do them all together? You want me to take them one at a time?
I do have a question about all.
You have a question about all of them?
General.
But a general question. Okay, so I will take a motion to do that. Commissioner
You
Powell.
wanna do A through C?
We're gonna take items A through C together. They are all collective bargaining agreement situations. So Commissioner Powell moved it, Commissioner Spiz supports. So you wanna do the questions first? Yes. Commissioner Spiz.
Well, you wanna go through your?
Do you wanna do your presentation first?
I'm happy to do it any way you want. Okay, appreciate it. So, and thank you for taking them all together. I've been counseled on giving some points of order on brevity, so I'm working on it. So, this lends itself to that. So, since this is the Finance Committee, I'm going to stick to the points related to the fiscal issues that are identified in these summaries that kind of speak for themselves, but those are before you. I'll begin with the IUOE. Those are our boiler operators. It's a small group, 14 individuals. It's a 3-year contract. And respectively for each of the next fiscal years, they are at a 5% increase for the first and a 3.75 and a 3.75 increase for the final 2 years of the contract, 3-year contract. And a couple other increases in the 401A, you'll notice that they are at 9%, 9%, and then 12%. And I'll go through the same sort of same sort, or do you want me to pause for a question now? or-
Commissioner
Well,
Spitz?
that touched on my question.
That's the question.
The third one at 12%, why is it different? The two are at 9, but the third one's at 12.
Yeah, so that is the increase that was in the budget to negotiate north of, so they're currently at they were currently at 9%. And so we're holding fast for those years. Typically, if we do it earlier in the contract, it compounds it and creates a larger cost for the county. So we wanna give them an enhancement to retain them. They do important work, as do all of our employees. But we can really only stomach it in the last year, because otherwise, that 12% compounds over the 3 years, which is something I probably could use an explanation from you. You don't need to hear it from me about it, but yeah, that's the why.
Okay, I respect that. But there's one,
Third, second shift's only
Actually,
$1.
And
the second adjustment actually goes to
Well, I
11%,
was
so I'd do 11. Another
Yeah.
one went to 12, but one's in 2028 and some of the other ones in 2029. What drives that year and the difference in the percentage?
Yeah, so the one uniformity amongst all of that is they are all in the final year of the contract. So it was our preference, and this is solely from an operational standpoint for my division. This was a very, very, very busy season for us. And so we asked each group if they could tolerate staggering it so that we don't have to go through 9 contracts in a 4 or 5 month period again in 3 years. The MAPE supervisors abided by that, and the contract reflects that. It's a 4-year agreement. Again, it's the last year of the contract is where the enhancement comes in. And the reason that there's 11% and the IOUE is 12 is if you look at the summary, it indicates that they meaning MAPE was willing to there's only a finite amount of money, right? You can't just the pie is only so big. And the MAPE folks, which is Children's Village, the MAPE folks elected to see an enhancement in their retiree health savings account. They chose to slide it there, so we had to take away from something. We can't just keep piling cash on it. So we took away from that 12% and made it. They wanted in the retiree health savings, and so we accommodated that.
Okay.
That's true of both.
And I guess I can understand it when it comes to contract negotiations, just from a 10,000 foot level, look at them, you would expect that many of our 401As are all within the same ballpark, because I'm sure payroll has to do all this different little numbers for different people all the time. It becomes somewhat cumbersome, so I would think we would have a goal to kind of align them all where in the basic area.
And
Versus having 9, 10, 11, 12, because over years that's gonna grow even more or change again. And it's like, are we creating our own monster?
Yeah, and so what we did, that was actually, I'm glad you bring it up, that was actually a goal of ours in this contract negotiation, I call it season, in this season of it, was to bring some uniformity amongst, between UAW went first, so we tried to align there and then kind of cascade it through each contract that we do, as well as with the unrepresented, to make as much parity and uniformity as possible for that specific goal, because there are some of these things that we can build out. I say we, I'm not the one doing it, that for people to build out in Workday, that's part of it, but a lot of this is still manual entry, which means a lot more work and I guess fruitful ground for error, and we want to avoid that. So we tried our best to bring some parity to it, but each group has their own interests, and we couldn't exactly get everything the same for each contract, but we are closer now than we were 2 years ago.
Okay, it's good to hear, thank you.
Good question.
Yeah.
Commissioner Long.
So I just was noticing on the boiler mechanics agreement, they were okay. This just seems shift premium for second shift is just $1 more an hour, and then third shift is $1.25 more an hour.
Correct.
They were good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, that just seems crazy, cause that's what I got in 1990, being a nurse, for shift premium, so I find that kind of strange that doesn't go up still after all those years, because I'm older and that was what it was, so, okay. Yeah, it kind of just was something that popped out to me, cause that's what it used to be, when I was a nurse, that's what it was back way a long time ago, so. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So these are, the boiler people are the folks that operate the heating system.
Yes, they keep us the power running essentially and the buildings warm.
Boiler heating system that we have on this campus that, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Make sure we pay those folks so they wanna stay here and keep it running as long as we need them to.
That's right. And if I could I just make one more point as well. I made this point yesterday at Lago, but it bears repeating. You guys see me here and a lot of our HR leadership here week in and week out, and I promise you, we only have one more set of these to do in the upcoming meeting, then you'll be rid of me. But this year. But who you don't see is the excellent team that I have working with me and for me that really do make it happen. I just want to acknowledge them by name for all of their hard work. Without them, this could not happen. Rosie Wood is an administrator in my office, Zach Newwood and Melissa Clark are employee labor relations specialists, and they really drive the bus when it comes to the day-to-day and assisting with contract negotiations. So they're not here right now, they're back at the office doing very meaningful work, but it bears repeating that they should be recognized for their hard efforts.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else have any questions on these three labor contract items? Seeing none, let's prompt the vote on items A through C of item 10.
You have 6 yeas and 0 nays.
Okay, motion carries.
Thank you, everyone.
so much.
Thank you.
All right, item 10D is the interlocal partnership agreement with the City of Rochester, Clinton River Oaks. Moved by Commissioner Spiz, supported by Commissioner Erickson Galt. Good morning
We had somebody to hold that for you yesterday.
to our parks folks
I'll fill
here
in
today.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the committee. This item and the following three items kind of come together as a package, so I don't know if you'd mind if I talk about all three at the same time. And I see Commissioner Johnson is here, and I wanna invite you up if you wanna be part of this, because you've been a big part of bringing the agreement together, so.
Good morning, Commissioner Johnson.
Kind of crosses over Commissioner Spiz and Commissioner Johnson's districts, so. I'm here to talk to you about the Clinton River Oaks plan that will do multiple things. It is going to end up creating the largest county park in about 25 years that will be added to our park system, and it's also not just parkland, but really one of the most extraordinary natural spaces in the county, focused on the Clinton River. And thank you, Kristen. You all know Kristen Wiltfang from Economic Development.
Ran away.
Behind there, yeah, behind there.
So altogether, a 285-acre county park will be created here.
Flip it up some, the light is reflecting off of it. Okay, thank you. Now, okay.
Okay, we good?
These kind of lights.
And this all came together as a result of four different pieces, a bit of a complex agreement, but an extraordinary opportunity coming about as a result of these four things coming together at the same time. So one element which Kristen is here for is a grant that we are suggesting to provide to the city of Rochester, a $700,000 grant for repair. Can you point the space out again, Kristen, here?
Right about there?
Yeah, so they had a catastrophic washout of the Clinton River Trail last summer. And a multi-million-dollar restoration project is needed to repair and adjust for the impacts of climate change, et cetera. And so we are providing the last $700,000 gap funding that will be added to multiple other pieces, including.
So we have 1.2 million from Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation, 1.2 million from the city of Rochester. We have about $30,000 just in general donations from residents and interested parties. And then the $521,000 from the Community Foundation for Southeast Michigan. It's their Parks and Trails Ralph Wilson grant. And then this would be the last piece of the puzzle for the funding. This is the big washout. There's a second washout that's also occurring near Main Street, near Diversion Street Trailhead, if you're familiar with that area. Water always wins, is what I can say. But we're trying to learn from these scenarios and learn to identify them a little bit quicker so we can make some adjustments in our maintenance programs. And this was a forested area back in 1963. I have some aerial photos from 1963 where all of this development was not there. Stormwater has to go somewhere. The railroad, when it was built in the late 1800s, was not meant to be a dam. All of that water is pushing on the north side. There's no equal and opposite pressure on the south side. So it had to go somewhere.
Physics.
And there was no culvert.
Physics 101.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's about 120 feet wide, approximately 10 to 12 feet deep. So it's not just a small pothole in the trail. I've got some photos here that I can send around. And then the actual storm as it rolled through. So it's a pretty impactful thing, but this is also a segment of the trail where it's part of two cross-state trails. There's one that goes from Detroit to the Upper Peninsula. There's one that goes east-west from Lake Michigan to Lake Huron. Those two state trails cross right in this area. So that's why you're seeing a lot of interest from our funders, because it's a significant piece, not just locally for Rochester, but for the region and for the state too, so.
The next piece is this yellow area here, which is owned by the city of Rochester. It is undeveloped land that have some trailways that have been created by residents over the years. Some interesting historical things I think are back there as well. As you shared yesterday, was a World War II training bunker back there where they were, did you say flashbangs? They were.
Yeah, there was a facility in the area that tested a lot of the equipment. I think they also made parachutes and tested in the bunkers in that area, so. It is quite a significant piece. There's a lot of natural wildlife too that kind of cut through there. So there's people and
Ski jump somewhere over there.
wildlife going through there.
Ski jump, I think, was over this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ski jump's like right there. No, it's over there.
It's up here.
The old one that was taken out.
Yeah. If you stand, there's a neighborhood right here. If you there's a pathway that cuts through here, but the ski jump was right in this area, and they would actually jump toward the river.
Yeah, daredevils.
Yeah.
Can you tilt that down? Yeah, that's better. I'm not getting the light glare off of that.
Okay, so this 48-acre area, the city of Rochester will, at no cost, provide us a 19-year operation and management agreement under a partnership similar to the terms that we've entered into with other communities recently, the Southfield, Madison Heights, Oak Park, and Farmington Hills, and Pontiac as examples. And then, so that is the second piece of this. Third piece is we are purchasing this 128-acre property here that is currently owned by the Litica Corporation. And that will secure and preserve and protect this really outstanding area of natural beauty and facilitate a invasive species control project of importance to the Great Lakes. The Great Lakes Fisheries Commission is providing $300,000 to offset a portion of our cost for the acquisition because sea lamprey, which is, this horrible invasive element, comes in and sucks on the side of fish and kills them off. They spawn right in this area here. And this bypass has been created as the river has, changed over the years. So they're gonna realign the river and create a strong control point for that sea lamprey there. So we will be paying $1.8 million for this with a $300,000 offset from Great Lakes Fisheries Commission. It was originally listed for $3 million, so we were able to bring that price significantly down. And then the fourth piece is an agreement for This 108 acres, which is currently part of Bloomer Park, a former state park that has since become a Rochester Hills municipal park. We had 9 to 10 months of conversations with the city back and forth about different ways to come together for a partnership. One of the areas we had some disagreement on is the charging for parking, which was a core part of our message last year with the millage. They are beginning to charge for parking, and they did wanna charge for parking here. So the remainder of Bloomer Park will remain a city park in all ways, but the agreement before you is a 30-year use agreement. Will allow Oakland County Parks to operate this as a county park. In exchange, the city will receive $4 million as recognition of past investments that they'll be utilizing for other city recreational priorities. One of the great things it does is it brings a existing city parking lot, the Yates Roadside Park. If you're familiar with the Yates Cider Mill, it's across the street there. It's a very popular spot. Also there's restroom there. So just the opportunity to have a turnkey, ready-to-go park is pretty extraordinary. And there is a bypass of the Clinton River Trail that comes through here as well. It's really a nice trail in the old railroad bed. I think you pointed out yesterday, Chris, and it's also the Clinton Kalamazoo Canal remains are in here. So not only do you have all these outstanding natural features, you've got some historical elements throughout here.
There's the heronry where the herons nest and raise their young in the wetland here. And we also saw a bald eagle this spring as we were out there too. So this is such a great opportunity. The scenic nature and the scenic beauty out there too is just fabulous. If you ever want a tour, let us know. We'd be happy to take out there and point out some of the historic features out there.
I saw a bald eagle out there. I don't know if they set that up for me that way, but it really sold me on the property as well. It's gorgeous. So I think we will try to organize some tours and certainly invite all of you. So altogether, those 4 pieces create this stool that is the Clinton River Oaks plan here. It's a bit delicate because once you start to remove any of the legs of this stool, it falls over. So it really does require all 4 pieces to come together. We had a conversation with the Parks Commission. It was part of the motion that from the Parks Commission, they asked that either you consider all 4 together or pause and allow the commission to consider whether they would want to have any individual elements of it. Because acquiring this property is certainly a wonderful thing, but having the opportunity to create recreational access to that property is pretty key for the Parks Commission. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Okay, I'll start with Commissioner Long, followed by Commissioner Powell.
So after all that talking, Chris, so are the 4 pieces, have they come together from this week or from last week to this week now?
All 4 pieces are before you right now.
Okay, and the parking issue, I'm a little confused. So there's parking where on that map? It's Bloomer Park and they're gonna charge?
No, we're gonna get this parking lot. We're gonna be able to create an entry point with 3 parking.
Okay. And then where's their charge parking in it?
So the city park, which is not part of the deal.
Okay.
They will be charging for parking. It's actually one of the reasons why we felt it was important to have some strong identity separation between the two. Because if you start to blur those lines and people come to Bloomer Park and they come into Clinton River Oaks and they try to get charged for parking, of course, that'll reflect on us, and they're gonna be charging on an hourly basis, so it's already stirring up quite a lot of controversy in the city.
So I guess I'd like to make sure that we put out there that people know that Oakland County is not, somehow, we need to promote that we're not charging parking, because I kind of feel like they should get they pay the millage, and I don't want people to think that we're charging parking.
To that end, there are other parking areas that are exclusively in the Clinton River Oaks area that we can, obviously we're not charging for those areas. They have trail access and whatever.
Right.
So those will be clearly not the same thing.
So since you're by there, Commissioner Johnson, or live there, people will easily identify that's Bloomer Park paid parking, you think it's gonna be easy for them to know that that's like the Rochester is paying for parking and then the Oakland County is free parking?
Yeah, I mean, it's just
The way-
my personal experience.
Geographically, the way it is and stuff, it will make sense.
I think so. Personal experience, I was literally at the park yesterday. I typically enter on the Clinton River Trail right here. Downtown Rochester is literally right here.
Okay.
And Gates is right here too. And I think that those are two very high visible spots.
Okay.
This parcel is the Rochester Community Schools headquarters. So a lot of people will park here and get on the trail too. So unless you are trying to do activities, and this is a pretty rec-heavy park that Rochester Hills operates. There's an old velodrome there. There's a few like soccer pitches. I think there was a cricket pitch maybe or under construction. Yeah. So yeah, BMX.
And then
stuff.
were they used to paying parking or is that a new thing?
It's a new thing, and we hate it.
Yeah.
Right. And you can
That's
see
too bad.
here-
You know, if it was
When you
something
say
already in
we,
the past.
Rochester Hills residents are not thrilled.
Right, that's what I was thinking. That's why if it was already in the past, it would be a little easier than
Yeah.
putting it now when the county's joining
But
it.
it's not just this park, it's all of the city parks.
They're all doing it to everything with the hourly rate.
And there's also,
Charge for entry to that park.
Yeah, and there's a lake that has been charged for a long time too.
Don't they have like $5 million houses?
Charge me to get in.
there's a pretty big change in topography where the boundary is here as well. This is sort of on an upper plateau.
Right.
And then you go down a pretty steep ravine to get to the area that'll be in Clinton River Oaks. So there's just sort of a natural boundary there as well, so that people, I think, will be able to understand that this is different spaces.
Okay. Well, thank you. That explained it and I knew he would know. It's been coming up at Parks Commission and I haven't been out that way in a long time, so I didn't know.
I'll tell you the other thing too is you have to be very intentional to get into Bloomer Park. If you're going to Bloomer Park, you're going to Bloomer Park. This is John R. John R. dead ends into that parking lot.
Okay.
So that you're not missing it, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, you say the residents are, maybe they'll get rid of it, but you know, if enough people make a stir, but doesn't sound like it, huh?
Not my job.
Yeah. So I know, that's their board, so it's their, okay.
The signage at John R. right now says Bloomer Park, Rochester Hills.
Right.
Okay.
We're not gonna put up in Oakland County.
No, that's why we thought this arrangement of this partnership made the most sense. Two different identities, not really blurring those lines.
Okay, thank you.
Our branding would be over by,
Over here,
Yes.
you know, as Commissioner Johnson
The other
mentioned,
end.
there's a
parks
lot
there.
over here on Letica Drive as well that we'll be able to utilize, the city of Rochester operates. And over the years, maybe we could pick up some other pieces along the river for additional parking access or seek other partnerships. Because there's about, I think, 40 to 50 spots here at Gates right now, so I think we'll have to expand that at some point.
except
Thank
for cider season.
Except for cider season is full.
Yeah.
But also a really great partnership opportunity there as well.
Sure.
To work with the Yates Cider Mill.
In by county too.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The trail keeps going into Macomb too, so a lot of people enter right from Macomb, sorry.
No, it's cool.
That's why we're here.
Thank you.
So if I understand the map, the yellow, the purple, and the bright green are all gonna be a new Oakland County park.
Yes.
And the faded green down below is the
City Park.
city park from Rochester Hills, and the two don't.
The two we're gonna be nice neighbors, but
Right.
it's not a jointly operated park like some of our other
Gotcha. Okay.
partnerships.
Okay, sorry, I jumped. Commissioner Erickson Galt, followed by Commissioner Powell.
Yeah, so my understanding was, originally we had I think 19-year agreement with Rochester Hills for the portion of Bloomer Park that we're taking over, and that has changed.
So we had a, further conversation, thankfully Commissioner Johnson helped. Chairman Woodward was involved as well, and the county executive. And so really it was portrayed this way, so if $4 million is a pretty high number, but that was the city's request. Or we could have gone down to 3 and pursued this like a partnership on similar terms to our other partnerships. I think the issue was at 4 million, we had sort of deviated from the traditional partnership. Because this is really more of a neighbor situation, so, in presenting that to the mayor, they preferred the $4 million neighbor scenario versus going down to a 3 million and talking about waiving the parking fee, that type of thing. And having the partnership cover the entirety of the park. That was not their preferred route.
So in addition to extending the term of the agreement, are there other
All
terms
of
that have
the
changed?
partnership requirements that we typically do, where we have to go to city council or city administration to get approval for a capital improvement plan, operations and management plan on an ongoing basis, continually consult with them regarding the management of the park. All those things were removed, and it's more structured like a traditional lease, where it's, pretty much full autonomy to operate for recreational use, and, there's no co-branding requirements and all that we, have worked out with our other partnerships. But again, the terms have sort of deviated away from the original intent.
No, I think that's actually better for us, right?
It is.
Commissioner Powell.
So the Clinton River Oaks name, is that something that we established with them to change that, or was it always Clinton River Oaks?
No, that's Bloomer Park. Clinton River Oaks is the name that the Parks Commission settled upon. It fits within our typical naming.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it was something they already had in place or just looked up
It
and.
does cross two municipalities too.
Oh, it was never, nothing.
It's just the Paint Creek, or the Clinton River Trail
Okay,
and like
now-
private land.
It's sort of no man's land because it's between two community borders there, and that's what really created this opportunity. Neither one had fully taken ownership of it.
Oh, good. Okay, and then my next question is, you said that is that area you got downtown Pontiac, and then behind, is it the Civic Center? They got a walk-in area. Is this combined with that? You know what I'm talking about? So Recipes is that, right? The restaurant Recipes?
No, that's
It's
the
not
opposite
that.
end of.
Oh, it's the opposite. Okay,
Yep.
I was on the wrong side. Okay, I was just wondering if it was connecting with that little walk
I mean,
area
look,
back
the
there.
trail systems are all interconnected. The Paint Creek Trail intersects with the Clinton River Trail, like right here, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is on the other side of downtown.
Correct.
There's
Other end, okay.
there's a property that's set for brownfield remediation, it's Old Mill, that we've been talking to the city as well, that we might be able to, collaborate in creating, more park space, more green space and trails
Okay,
down the road.
I'm finished, Chair.
Okay. Anybody else? Always like acquiring parkland and creating more parks. And you said this is gonna be the biggest county park?
This is since Lion Oaks, this is the single largest addition to our park system
Oh, wow.
since, I think that was about 1999.
Yeah. About 20, yeah. Yeah, I remember when the sign went up on, I think it's M14? No, I-96, where Lion Oaks is, and there was this little sign that popped up that said Lion Oaks County Park, and it was like, what? There's nothing there, but now it's a whole thing, so. That's a long time ago. Okay, so the way we did this, we were talking about item 10D, but we also are talking about, that was item 11A and 11B. It was all three of these together, right?
NC, real property of Rochester.
No, that's different, isn't it?
The purchase
Oh,
agreement,
it's all the
real
same
property,
then,
yep, these all
also?
the same.
Are interrelated and
Yeah,
Oh, I
They
thought
all
that was
tied
a
to
separate
this.
thing. Okay, cause I didn't, yeah, okay. So, you wanna take them all together?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, so we're gonna do 10D, 11A, 11B, and 11C, all in one vote. So we have a motion to do that. Commissioner Powell, supported by Commissioner Erickson Galt. Any other discussion
I just have
or
a general question.
questions?
There's not anything in these with the purchase agreements and some of the monies to transfer in hands and that we can do them all together, or do we have to do them separately? I'm just worried from a legal perspective, is there any issues of us doing them?
We can do them,
We can
so.
approve it. If you have any questions or wanted to
bifurcate the items to address that, you can, but no, you can approve them all at once.
Yeah.
I just wanna make sure.
Yeah, we
Similar to
already
like a
said
consent
all
agenda.
together, right?
Yes, okay,
Okay.
thanks.
Okay, so if we're all comfortable,
Yes.
let's prompt the vote.
Right, I get it, because there are different agreements, different pieces.
Close it. Commissioner Markham?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to say.
You have 6 yeas and 0 nays.
All right, motion carries, so we're gonna have a new park,
Thank you.
Good job, you two.
assuming it passes the board in a week.
Bipartisan, good job. Yeah. Thanks, Spears.
Nice.
Another park in our wood. Bipartisan support. I'm like messing with Spears.
I'm with you guys, this idea of having to park at your city park,
I just need to get
that
them to come.
cannot be
That you pay
popular.
taxes on?
Yeah,
That cannot be popular,
Spears.
right?
I just need you to come over.
you need to show up for those meetings.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a
Residents,
stretch.
the
it's just my editorial comment.
That's a big
Right.
stretch.
I just told her, I said,
I
watch
don't
this
like
reaction.
being,
He gonna
you know,
be like, "That is available."
Oh, I'm gonna go
Yeah, you know,
over
I
to
done
the
seen
city
you on
park and they're gonna
Facebook.
charge
I
me.
said, look at this. Okay, buddy.
Okay, we're almost done. Item 12, management and budget recommendations. So item 12A is the exception to bid process for election division software solution with Soch Integra. So it's the purchasing department.
Joe probably, or no?
Hey, Mr. Wagner, my other buddy.
Is everybody
So I'll take a motion, moved by Commissioner Taylor, supported by Commissioner Long. All right, the floor is yours.
Oh, no, you're fine. Excellent. Well, thank everybody for allowing me to come up and speak on this. Back in May, Mr. Rosell had reached out to me with an inquiry about a particular software to help with the elections. I did some quick research on it and found out that they it was a software or license that could be purchased through a co-op, through a reseller that we already have a contract with. Mr. Rosell's staff worked with IT and this organization and found out that they could get an additional 15% savings if we bought directly through them. And so that's the reason for the exception report on this is, we did look to market. It was on a co-op, but it was in the county's best interest to buy it directly through an additional 15% savings. And this software provides more robust services in addition to was a $7,000 annual savings over the existing licenses that they have today.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Commissioner Spiz?
Just for clarification and for the record, what is this software going to do?
So this software will allow us to manage all of the election workers that we hire to staff all the early voting sites, to staff the county's absent voter counting board. It's hundreds of people, so it allows the workers to apply and express interest in what election they want to work, select their availability for the various 9 days of early voting, for the various AV counting board pre-processing days. So rather than be a manual process, we'll be able to know hundreds of people's availabilities. It integrates GIS, so we can tell proximity to where these folks live in an early voting site. If we need someone to fill in a hurry, who's available closest to the site, in Oak Park or in Southfield or in Oxford, so we can do that. It also allows us to track our assets. So all of the physical pieces of voting equipment, voting booths, there's an asset tracking element. And then the last component that we don't presently have, but will be part of this software package, is a GPS tracking component. So there, with all of the additional scrutiny that's placed on elections, there will be devices embedded into ballot containers, into voting equipment, and all of that. So at any given time, we can track the progress of where that ballot container went after it left, say, an early voting site, before it was brought back to either a local clerk's office or the county, depending on where it's going. And we can also track it in real time. This is also the only provider that allows for this tracking service to work off of cellular, Wi-Fi sniffing, not actually connecting to Wi-Fi, or GPS. So even if it were to be in such a place where there was no cellular signal, there was no Wi-Fi available to ping off of, it can actually use a satellite. So it will never be outside of our control and our ability to tell where it's at. So it's a big improvement to the security of the elections and the management of the process.
Thank you.
For the right price.
For the right price. That's correct.
Okay, anybody else have any questions?
I get good.
Anything to make those elections secure? Okay, so let's prompt the vote on item 12A.
You have 6 yeas and 0 nays.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our last item is item 12B, creation of fiscal services sunset position for fiscal year 2026. Moved by Commissioner Spiz, supported by Commissioner Powell. Good morning, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Cheryl Johnson, Deputy CFO. This is in addition to the 2 that we brought last month for the sunset positions. This is a request for a sunset position for our supervisor over AP. She's been at the county for 17 years, has a lot of institutional knowledge, was pretty instrumental in helping us implement Workday. So this is another one of those situations where we wanna bring someone in, get them up to speed before the person and all the institutional knowledge leaves.
Okay. It's nice that we are able to do this and flexible enough and have enough money in the coffers to be able to do this, to make that smooth transition. Not everybody has that option.
Especially in accounts payable, it's a really important position for fiscal.
Okay, anybody have anything they wanna add or questions? Seeing none, let's prompt the vote.
You have 6 yeas and 0 nays.
All right, motion carries.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Before I leave, I do wanna introduce Candice Giles. You guys have seen her online. I know you're familiar with Brent and obviously Brian, but Candice Giles is our Chief of Central Fiscal Services, and this position falls up under her.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good to see you face in person.
All right, our last item is our second public comment where anybody can talk to this committee about anything they'd like to. You have 3 minutes, so is there anybody that wants to address this committee? Seeing no one, I will close public comment. Is there any other business anybody would like to bring before finance today?
It's Monday after.
Seeing none, I will, Commissioner Powell.
Just real quick, I just wanted to, I think y'all was in the committee, but I don't know if they were, but just to put on everybody's radar, our Clean Slate program is threatening funding from the state or federal, I don't know which one. So just know that information probably gonna come before us from Jennifer Llewellyn in regards to that. So I just wanna put it on our radars. Thank you. Oh, it's some other additional programs too, but y'all know I'm a champion for Clean Slate, so I can't remember. Those are important. I'm not dismissing them, but I'm focused on Clean Slate. Thank you.
All right, if there's nothing else, I will call this meeting adjourned at 12:16.
Oh, that's good. That's much